Hi guys, welcome back to my channel called Stock Pro. I'm your host Dr. Seema Jain, SEBI registered research analyst. All my research absolutely free for you all. Follow me on my Telegram channel, YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter, right? And I'm super active on my Telegram channel from morning. Follow me there for live trades and trade along with Stock Pro and make money every single day, right? I hope you watched my video on Tata Power. I hope you watched my video on Tata Elxsi and Titan. I hope you watched my video on Sham Century. I hope that you have been watching all my videos and my research, which people charge huge sum, and I'm just providing it free for you all. Today, I'm going to talk about the biggest news which was there yesterday, the merger of HDFC and HDFC Bank. आप लोगों के क्या बेनिफिट होंगे, हम लोगों के क्या रिटेल ट्रेडर्स के क्या बेनिफिट्स होंगे और कैसे हम इसमें बेस्ट बेनिफिट कमा सकते हैं और क्यों पॉजिटिव न्यूज है, नेगेटिव न्यूज है, किस तरह का पॉजिटिव है फॉर श्योर, वो हमने कल रिएक्शन मार्केट का देख लिया था। आज हम बात करेंगे और थोड़े थोड़े फाइनल पॉइंट्स की और इसको पूरा समझेंगे। तो चलते हैं और अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं with the help of the slides that I have made for you. So HDFC Limited and HDFC Bank merger, the big gets bigger and better, right? आपको पता होगा the biggest bank in India, not that I can say biggest, but one of the big private bank is HDFC Bank, and one of the big private lender for how home loans and LAP etc. is HDFC Limited. These two actually are from the same parent, but they were still not one entity. Now they have merged and become one. Now I have already told you about myself. You can follow me anywhere. You have the phone numbers on the screen, and also about guys, somebody saying the link of Telegram channel is not working. Simply go to the Telegram and search for stockpro_official stockpro channel, and I'm 100% sure you'll be able to figure out us, right? So let's move on and understand about this bank merger. So once merged, HDFC Twin to pop into global club of 100 most valued firms led by Apple, right? Their valuations will become so huge that they will be in the club of 100 topmost company. The combined entity will be 63rd, the most valued firm globally. The promoters of HDFC Group have done the math, and it's music to the shareholders' ears. And that despite the regulatory cost, the merger would be earnings accretive for the merged entity HDFC Bank right from day one, right? HDFC Bank was first to receive approval from the Reserve Bank of India to set the private bank in 1994. What are going to be the highlights of this merge? So a mega merger that boosts both HDFC Limited and HDFC Bank. Regulatory arbitrages of NBFCs much reduced now. Regulatory cost is also much less expensive. HDFC gets cost of funds and distribution advantage, right? And HDFC Bank gets the ramp up mortgage as well as the affordable housing and cross-sell an array of products. So what was happening? HDFC Limited was basically a mortgage company. अगर आपको हाउसिंग लोन चाहिए, लैप चाहिए, तो HDFC used to give the loan. Whereas this HDFC Bank is a bank, proper bank. Now क्या होता था कि अगर किसी को होम लोन चाहिए तो वो HDFC के पास जाता था, not HDFC बैंक के पास. और जो ये कस्टमर HDFC के पास गया है, जरूरी नहीं उसका HDFC बैंक में अकाउंट हो. सिमिलरली अगर कोई HDFC बैंक का अकाउंट होल्डर है और उसको लोन चाहिए, जरूरी नहीं वो HDFC लिमिटेड पे जाए, वो किसी और भी लोन प्रोवाइडर के पास जा सकता है. Now, अब अगर ये दोनों कंपनीज मर्ज हो जाती है, HDFC and HDFC बैंक, दोनों के कस्टमर्स लाइक HDFC बैंक विल एक्वायर HDFC लिमिटेड कस्टमर एंड HDFC लिमिटेड विल एक्वायर HDFC बैंक्स कस्टमर. आई होप इस बात को आप समझ रहे हो कि HDFC बैंक जिनके पास बैंकिंग थी और उनको लोन चाहिए तो उनको HDFC लिमिटेड से मिल जाएगा. सिमिलरली अगर किसी के पास किसी को लोन लेना है और वो HDFC लिमिटेड के पास जाता है तो वो HDFC बैंक से अपनी बैंकिंग भी कर सकता है और लोन भी ले सकता है. So that's what I'm trying to say. Now deal earnings accretive, HDFC Limited share gets extinguished, create headroom for FPI. All associate subsidiaries to come under HDFC Bank subject to the regulatory, right? Now what are these two different companies? HDFC Limited India's largest housing finance company, will merge into HDFC Bank, India's largest private sector bank by assets. HDFC Bank is one of India's leading private banks and was among the first to receive approval of the Reserve Bank. Now, if you understand, HDFC Bank has a network of about 5,800 branches and 17,000 ATMs in roughly about 3,000 cities. The entity will carry a 190 billion tag. Share of HDFC soared as much as 20% after the merger is announced, and HDFC Bank jumped by 14%. HDFC has about 6.23 trillion assets and rupees 4.82 trillion market cap. HDFC Bank has about 19.34 trillion in assets and the market cap is about 9 trillion. The combined entity will be 63rd most valued firm globally, right? Imagine, alag-alag, they were nowhere. But suddenly when they combine, they are at the 63rd, one of the biggest 63rd company in the world, right? That's how they will emerge. Among lenders, it will become the 5th most valuable in world. Then both the firms announced in a notice to exchange that the merger would be through a share swap when the deal is effective. HDFC Bank will be 100% owned by public shareholders, and existing shareholders of HDFC will own 41% of the bank. Every HDFC shareholder will get 42 shares of HDFC Bank for 25 shares. तो अगर किसी के पास HDFC बैंक के 25 शेयर हैं आपके पास, तो आपको HDFC बैंक के 42 shares मिलेंगे. And the merger is expected to be complete by the second or the third fiscal year of 2024. The merger follows a proposal by the Reserve Bank of India for large non-banking finance companies to convert into banks after India was shaken by massive shallow lending crisis in 2018. But अगर 2018 में कोई crisis हुए थे shallow lending के, अब क्यों sudden ये question उठ रहा है, why they are merging now? So what it says that with large NBFCs above 50,000 crore balance sheet now coming under similar regulatory scrutiny as bank, same asset quality recognition norms as bank, and requiring to keep liquidity coverage ratio, the regulatory arbitrages of NBFCs has almost disappeared. With NBFC also having to move into a core financial solution platform, just like banks, there was little reason to keep the mortgage lender as a standalone monoline NBFCs. So now it's not, अगर HDFC को अलग रखें HDFC Bank से, it doesn't solve any purpose. So it's better to merge both of them. And the customer acquisition from both the parties can be done. Now, how the transaction will happen? Shareholders of HDFC Limited, as on the record date, will receive 42 shares of HDFC Bank, जिसकी face value है करीब 1 rupee, and 25 shares of HDFC Limited face values 2 rupees each. HDFC's 21% shareholding in HDFC Bank will be extinguished, and HDFC Bank will be 100% owned by public shareholders, and existing shareholders of HDFC Limited will own about 41% of HDFC Bank, right? So just to understand, अगर ये दोनों merge होते हैं तो कैसे इनके market cap change होगी, कैसे इनकी profitability change होगी, कैसे EBITDA change होगा. तो सबसे पहले हम चेक करते हैं कि how many shares are outstanding, and it is I think in millions. So 554 million and HDFC 181 million. Annualized PAT, profit after tax, will be for HDFC Bank about 35,000 crores. For HDFC it's about 13,000 crore, and together they will have about 49,000 crores. Earnings per share, अगर standalone हम देखते हैं तो HDFC का earning is about 0.65 and HDFC is about 0.74, and collectively if we just take the weighted average, it comes out to be 0.67. Then net worth अगर हम बात करते हैं तो HDFC की है कुछ 2 करोड़ 30 लाख, HDFC बैंक की है ये, HDFC लिमिटेड की है कुछ 1,15,000 करोड़. दोनों को अगर हम कंबाइन करते हैं तो करीब 3,30,000 करोड़ की वैल्यूएशन आती है, राइट? So these are some important points that we should know. There can be no gain saying that the real estate housing sector is on the cusp of recovery. Now question ये आता है कि अगर HDFC बैंक HDFC लिमिटेड को मर्ज करता है तो क्या बेनिफिट आएगा? If you all understand, almost for the last 10 years, the cycle of housing loans is going down. Like that means housing property prices are not going up. And now what is happening, the property prices are slowly revising. When the property prices will slowly revise, people will start getting interested in buying, because once they buy at a certain price, they'll be able to sell it on a higher price. Transactions will start taking place. People will start buying, right, after the corona is subsiding. जब लोग property में interest आने लगेगा, property loans will also start moving, right? And that's when the real profit will come to HDFC Bank. So the marriage enables HDFC Bank to ride on this opportunity with seamless delivery of housing loans, unlike the earlier sourcing arrangement with HDFC Limited. If you understand, housing loans have a relatively low share of about 11% share in HDFC's bank portfolio, unlike 30-40% of peer banks. Interestingly, 70% of HDFC Bank's 60 million customers do not have housing loan, and 70% of HDFC Limited customers do not have banking relationship with HDFC Bank. I hope you understand कि जितने HDFC के customers हैं, वो HDFC Bank से उनका कोई connection नहीं है banking से. Similarly, जितने HDFC Bank के customers हैं, उनका वो HDFC Limited से loan नहीं लेते, right? So there is a large addressable market to cross-sell the entire suite of product, including insurance, mutual fund, etc. So HDFC Limited can certainly ride on the bank's distribution in addition to lower funding cost, and the bank can rely on HDFC Limited's expertise in real estate and mortgage loan, obligation and servicing capabilities, right? So it's going to basically rubbing each other, right, and growing together. That is what's going to happen. Just part में HDFC Bank weak है, which is providing the loan to its customers, that part will be taken care by HDFC Limited. और जहाँ HDFC is weak है, which is its banking, they will take care of, HDFC Bank will take care of that. Then if you have a look at it, how the price have both HDFC Limited and HDFC have grown. So the one you see at the top is HDFC Bank, and the one you see at the below is basically the HDFC Limited. And if you see the market cap, you can see 8,35,000 and 4,44,000 crores respectively. And if you have a look at it from year 1996, HDFC's net profit was 20 crores, right? In 1996, it was about, here is 1996, it was about 20 crores. And in year 2021, the profit went up to 32,000 crores. Similarly, HDFC Limited का जो net profit था year 1996 में, it was about 196 crore. And whereas in year 2021, it stands at about 13,566 crores. So अब आप समझ सकते हैं कि जो दो इतनी बड़ी जॉइंट एंटिटीज अगर मर्ज कर रही हैं और क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन होगा, HDFC लिमिटेड के कस्टमर्स HDFC बैंक को मिलेंगे और HDFC बैंक के कस्टमर्स HDFC लिमिटेड को मिलेंगे. दोनों एक दूसरे को म्यूचुअल ग्रोथ सपोर्ट करेंगे, एंड दैट इज व्हाई यू सॉ अ मैसिव ब्रेकआउट इन HDFC लिमिटेड एंड HDFC बैंक, राइट? ये मर्जर जो है 2024 के एंड तक कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, and then it will become one single entity, which will be world's 63rd biggest company, right? I think we as Indian must feel really proud about it, right? And really feel proud that it belongs to our nation. And now, whether it's going to be beneficial to the ordinary people, of course, definitely. You can buy HDFC Limited Bank's shares, and whenever the record date is, I couldn't find when is record date. And if you do that, you will be able to automatically acquire HDFC Bank's shares. If you have 25 shares, you'll get 42 shares of HDFC Bank Limited. And the growth of the biggest bank will lead to our own portfolio's growth. That's why I personally believe. So if you like my video, please give a thumbs up and share the video with others. Take care. See you. Bye-bye.